I mean, you guys have just been asking for it, and so we finally did it. I stopped being a little bit lazy, and we did this. It's kind of like a special edition Best Team in Madden, but it's not. It's about chemistry and what we did. You're welcome. If you're trying to build the best team in Madden, we'll head on over to instantmuckcoins.com to avoid the packs, save some racks. Link is in the description below. Use code CC now for 20% off. Hey, what is going on, Madden family? We are here talking about chemistry and team overalls and building the best overall possible. Again, it's not something I'm always like super down and interested in, because I'm more just about making the cards play the best. But a lot of you guys want to know how to get like the best overalls possible, the chemistries, and how you should build your team out that way. So I went ahead, I spent a lot of time changing stuff around, testing some stuff out, and completely maxed out the chemistry for our team. So if you like this, please hit the like, and if you are new, please consider subscribing as well. It definitely does help me out. Let's roll into it. Let's roll into it. If you guys can, if you hit 1,000 likes on this, I would be impressed, right? I would be impressed. Okay, so we're at 98 overall. You guys see it up there now, bam, right? So what we did, and what I've been sort of failing to do a lot recently, is really maximize our chemistry. So like offensively, we were at like 75 or 80 on balanced out, because I like to run balanced out. You know, it is what it is. But I thought, okay, well, you guys I always see the comments and everything. I was like, all right, so let me change things up. How can I work to maximize my chemistry here, right? Not necessarily give always the highest overalls on stuff, but the maximized chemistry. Okay. So we did that. We changed stuff up. Offensively, we are now only at 50 out of 50 on balanced out, but 35 out of 40 out of zone run. The reason why we did zone run was because it does help our running backs a little bit more. It helps with some of the run blocking. It's okay. It gets Barry Sanders to a 99 as well. It's fine. Now, who did we change to zone run? Well, not everyone. We did have to use our coach, right? Our gold coach, which you can go get from the training store. But if we click on zone run here, you will see who all has it. We have our left tackles, our starting center, our starting right guard, all the running backs, and 2 fullbacks, right? Now, because of us doing this, we had to take out a couple Falcons, but it still allowed us to stay above our 30 Falcons. We really only need to stay above 25, but we stayed above 30 here. So what the zone run is going to give us here is 3 carrying, 3 ball carrier vision, 4 juke, run block finesse, which really doesn't do anything. Run block does something, 3 spin, 3 impact block, 3 break tackle, and 3 lead block. So that is a little helpful, especially on the running back side, getting the carry and the break tackle and all that, right? So as we go look at this then now, Barry Sanders here is a little bit more, just a little bit more juiced, obviously. And we did the same thing with Bo and Kamara here, right? We're also running with full sprinter on these guys too. So Kamara, who got his recent +1, we can go take a look at him with all of this at 98 speed, 99 excel, 99 break tackle. He didn't really need the break tackle boost, but the carry boost does help him as well. Running backs fumble in the game, you know, any little carrying boost you can get there, I guess is pretty good. Maybe it's a little more helpful, especially using something like sprinter, which does take their strength down, which I do think does help them hold on to the ball, maybe only a fraction, but it does indeed help a little bit, right? So that's sort of where we end up here with that. Otherwise, we are using balanced out. Here's what balanced out boosts for us. You guys can see it all the way on the screen. Couple +2s, mostly +1s. The reason why I was doing this was to just sort of balance everyone out. A lot of these cards, if they were missing thresholds, they were missing them just barely now at this point in the year. Early on, balanced out was clearly not the move, because you needed 2 or 3 of something to help someone hit a threshold. Not so much now, right? Unless you're sort of running some lower tier cards, maybe it's a team or something like that. But that's just the way it is. So if we look and we see who is boosted by our balance, so it's pretty much everyone else, right? Now keep in mind, we are 98 overall with our quarterbacks sort of flip-flopped, right? And if we want highest overall, we'd put Vic in there. Not going to change our overall. We're not going to go to 99 overall or anything, right? So that's what we did big time there. Defensively, we also made changes as well. We were running lockdown and pass rush. The problem with the pass rush is it really doesn't boost a lot of overall. For whatever reason, I don't know. But run stuff does. So we got to 51 lockdown, 40 run stuff. The reason why this is higher is because our backups. So like we have 91 here and we have 85 offensive chemistry points there. your backups are going to be a little bit better on defense, right? We're not trying to stick low overall fullbacks and overall offensive linemen and stuff in there. So what this does with run stuff here, 4 tackle, 4 impact block, 4 hit power, 4 block shed, 4 pursuit, 4 play rec. And we see it's on Lawrence Taylor, London Fletcher, and our entire D line. What this does is it boosts London Fletcher, Kyle Williams to 99, puts Laurie Glover at 98. It puts JJ Watt even up in overall too, right? So that's why we did it. Now, being on next gen, you kind of honestly need the better block shed and tackling anyway. So I'm okay with this change that we made here. It does work out well. So if we look at someone like Kyle Williams, right, who we picked up the Redux on, it's just gonna get his numbers up just a little bit, right? Just a little bit there. Pretty good DT, honestly. John Randall, right? Or not John Randall, John Abraham, the better John. Whoops, the better John helps him get a little bit better here too. It just makes a lot of sense to try this out and use it, right? Now we are also running, like I said, full lockdown, right? Now again, we had to use our gold coach for run stuff chem, add the 5 points there. But we see the lockdown is basically on everyone else. We also have 30 out of 35 Falcons, full sprinter, partial brawler. I'm not trying to get all the way up to brawler. I'm not really worried about the extra speed there. I was just trying to get the extra strength on linemen and stuff like that. So I'm not trying to lose anything else extra on them necessarily. It's not going to boost their overall. It never really does. And then we also have 10 Raiders and 5 on Washington as well. Now, London Fletcher is a 99 outside linebacker here. He only gets left outside linebacker as a secondary position, so that's where we put him. And this card looks pretty good, honestly, right? I mean, it's a linebacker, so meh. But there are times you could use a linebacker. So the 99 hit power, 97 block shed, the play rec tag. These linebackers are actually really juiced. It's a really unfortunate thing that linebackers in this game feel a little useless, because these are some of the best linebackers we've had in Madden, and this early that I can remember in years. I mean, I would be going back to Madden 12 and 13 probably to think about how good some of these cards really are. And that's the crazy truth. If linebackers were useful, just imagine, right? Like Sam Mills would be an incredible user here. He's almost Sean Taylor with just better tackling, block shed, and all that, right? We're going to look at someone like Delon Jones here. Again, it's a partial Falcons theme team, and even on the Falcons theme team, he's much more. But he's 96 speed user, right? He's a 96 speed linebacker here. Super useful. Who's another, pretty good user? Isaiah Simmons. And look at him. He's a 97 speed. So him and Delon Jones would be super comparable here, right? It's just an unfortunateness with Madden. Now, as we're talking about overall, I do not have the punter powered up. Again, I'm waiting for Team of the Year. It's not going to boost my overall. It doesn't really matter, right? But this whole set of chemistries here works out very well. The fact that we have 2 fully boosted, 2 almost fully boosted, a partial theme team. If we really wanted to work, we could probably get a 25 Raiders or Washington on here, but it would definitely hurt us on these other chemistry parts as well right now, just because you don't have enough high overall cards. And it is what it is. So I'm not overly worried about that. I know some people are going to the partial double teams. It's cool. It's a good thing. But this is definitely the way it is, right? To get someone like Eric Weddle to 99, you have to have lockdown maxed out. Same thing with Junior Seau, right? So it is what it is. But this is how we manage the chemistry for this team to get it as maxed out as possible. I think you could max it out slightly more. Like if we did a left guard, a center, a better fullback here, and a better tight end here now. Maybe if you added, I don't even know who the next tight end would be up. It's probably not one yet to get to 97 overall. But you could definitely, add 3 or 4 total points to it, which would get your zone run close to 40 to 40 there. Be pretty close, but we will get there. Obviously, I'm going to keep trying to maximize our chemistry as we build this team out. but I wanted to show this to you guys, explain it in depth and in detail, so you guys can see all of that. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this was useful. Again, not really a best team in Madden, but more about chemistry. Either way, be great. Take care. I love you guys. I'm out. Peace.